Well, this marks the halfway point through the 2011 football season, and this is what we know. Absolutely nothing. Binghamton, a usual power, 1-2 on the year, but they did get the win against Corning. Forks, already 2 losses at home, and Green, one of the teams that defeated Forks at home, undefeated. I guess that's why they play the games. Tonight, they're also playing a bunch of games. Week 5, we start out in Tioga where things a little muddy, but points still coming in bunches for Tioga. First half, Tigers lead 33-8. Now make it 39-8. Nobody's going to catch Cody Bennett. 43 yards all the way to the barn. Spencer Van Etten, they get the ball back, and with the cameras on them, they start moving the ball. Kyer Pierce going up top to Gino Lenardi. That big gain would set up this. Ivan Bauer punching it in from 12 yards out. They'd also get the 2-point conversion to narrow the gap to 33 points. But Tioga tonight putting the whip in on Spencer Van Etten and cruising into halftime with a big, big lead. Let's go out further west to Waverly, who are scary good on offense this season. It's because they have playmakers like Dylan Gutierrez. Here on a punt return, has trouble getting his hands on it, but once again, doing some damage. Gutierrez matriculating the rock all the way into Seneca's territory. Great return for the Wolverines. One play later, Waverly going to reach the end zone. Zach Cooney hits Jeff Mastranono on the seam. 7-0 in favor of Waverly later in the first. Waverly going back to the air. Remember when in the Kevin Gorman days, Waverly used to run the ball every down on those double handoffs? Not anymore. Cooney to Hewitt connection gives Waverly a 14-point lead, but it was much, much worse for the Senecas on the night. They get drilled 56-0, and for more, let's go to Travis.
Eric, let's kind of keep rolling with the highlights. Last week, Norwich with a big win over Shenango Forks on the rain-soaked turf. This week, there may not have been any inclement weather, but there was a purple tornado warning for the visitors from Windsor. Let's pick up these highlights in the first quarter. Already up 21-0. More damage for the purple tornado. Seth Thompson with the quarterback keeper putting the Tornadoes up 28-0 on Windsor. But the next kickoff, Windsor getting some payback. Ismail Griffin fumbles the return, but here he goes. Breaking tackles there, breaks 2 more tackles coming all the way into your living room. 73 yards to the house, 28-6. Windsor cuts into the lead, but there was just too much Norwich in this one. Later in the half, Patrick Taylor takes it in 36-6 at that point. Norwich cruises in this one, 36-14. Next up, traveling up to Bainbridge, Guilford, where the Bobcats taking on Oxford. Pick it up in the third quarter. Bobcats driving and Bobcats finishing. Cole Webb finds Austin Bowerly with the touchdown catch for Bainbridge Guilford, 26 at that point. Then Oxford driving. The Blackhawks losing it, picked up by Bainbridge Guilford, and that would eventually lead to this. Tyler Umet with the touchdown dive, 26-6 at that point. They go on to win this one, 26-15. Now keeping it going, we go to our play of the night. It's that time to dish out some of the nightly honors. We go back to Norwich. Just saw it here. The Black Knights making something out of nothing. Ismail Griffin breaking tackles, splits 2 defenders. He's going all the way to the house. It was a rough night for Windsor, but they get some honors here with our play of the night, Ismail Griffin.
All right, for the hit of the night, we go back to the Waverly Wolverines contest. Put a whooping on Watkins Glen, but here the Senecas at least coming out looking good on this play. Brandon Palmer laying the wood on the Waverly quarterback, but it is not enough. Waverly gets the win, but Palmer taking home the hit of the night. And we are not done with our action. We're giving an update on the AL Divisional Series. The Tigers and the Yankees tied at 1 in the second inning because of a rain delay. Delman Young goes deep in the first inning, but the Yankees answer back with a Derek Jeter run. Now game 2 scheduled to be at 8:37, but potentially they could be playing game number 1 because this one could get called. We do not know how long they will keep this one going, but a a bit of a waste, it seems, for CC Sabathia and Justin Verlander. One more final note we got for you. The defending Calder Cup champions, the B-Sens, in action tonight in their first preseason game, taking one on the chin, though, to Hamilton, losing to the Bulldogs 4-1. So we stayed a little bit more dry tonight, Travis, in week number 5. Saturday, hope for more of the same.
Yeah, big game Saturday night, probably the biggest one. Union Endicott and Maine Endwell back at home for the Tigers, back at Ty Cobb Stadium for the first time since the flooding.
And 2 state-ranked teams renewing the rivalry tomorrow, and also Union Endicott, the first home game they've had since the floods. It's been a good week number 5. Hopefully tomorrow continues. For Travis Eldridge, I'm Eric Columbia. We'll see you tomorrow.